We Remember You, composed by Andreas von Engelen. The river
Wow.
with all these yogis.
And
Yeah,
so many yogis, so many artists in one item.
yeah. Also, that
Nice.
was amazingly beautiful. But when I saw the river with all these yogis, I was like, oh,
Ah, really.
that
So
was
close to each other, yeah.
yes, yes. That were different times, different times.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. So now it is time for our live artist coming into the show, and who is it?
We will open the
Da-da-da-da-da.
secret. Ta-da-da-da.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So we will not tell, we will see
We
if
will see. Ta-da! It is
yeah.
our lovely Kinga
Hello.
Malec. Thanks,
Thank you,
Shimataji.
Mataji.
Welcome. Welcome to the show. Great. So, Kinga, of course, we all know you as this beautiful Kathak dancer. Tell us, how does a Polish girl starts with Kathak? How does that happen?
So the journey was quite long, but of course it started with Sahaja Yoga, and my mother came to Sahaja Yoga when I was 2 years old. So of
Oh,
course, as a child, going to Kabela or even watching pujas and evening programs on the videotapes made me fall in love with Indian dance in general. But that time we had no teachers in Poland, so I couldn't start my learning. So I was dancing just in front of the videotapes from the pujas and imitating my own. And then I was waiting and waiting for some teacher to show up. And that time internet was not popular. So I was doing other forms of dancing. I did national Polish dances for 12 years. I did ice skating for 6 years and ballet, and was waiting for somebody to come up. So when I was about to finish my school, I found one Polish woman who was going to India every summer and learning Bharatanatyam, and then she started Kathak as well. And then she invited, so I joined her dance group, and then she invited her teacher from India for 2 weeks intensive workshop. That was in 2008. And then from her, from that Indian dancer, I completely fell in love with Kathak. And she also told me that this style suits me and I should go to India and learn more. So then after a year, in 2009, I went to India first time.
how old were you?
I was 20, I think.
Okay.
I was 20.
Mhm.
And stayed with the Sahaj family, and they found me a teacher. I didn't know anybody. I really didn't know anything, but they brought me to a teacher which was the best in Lucknow, where I went first time, Pandit Arjun Mishra. So I started with him, and then he told me about his Guruji, Pandit Biju Maharaji, who is like the king of Kathak. So the next year I went to Delhi and studied from Maharaji. And then after a few years, I met my recent Guruji, Nirupama Rajendra, who's from Bangalore. And then I go to Bangalore since
Wonderful.
2013.
So you have traveled a lot to India to really learn from the best. That
It's
sounds
about,
fantastic.
I think, about 15 times
Wow.
already.
Wow. What do you like? What do you like the most from Kathak?
The intricate rhythms, different
Ah,
rhythms, which, yeah, I think, first of all, I love the rhythms and music. And then to execute it through my feet and full body is just what I love the best.
mm,
And then, of course, the full storytelling. And it's because katha means a story. So as we know, in Western dances, there's not much of the expression. But in Indian dance, we have both the pure rhythm and music. Then we have poetry and all those stories, not only from God related topics, which are of course the most beautiful, but also you can dance on any topic, also from anything from daily life. So
okay.
it's such a tool which we can really express many things.
Okay.
I would
Nice.
like to ask. I would like to
Please.
ask. You and dancer, but also a choreographer, and I heard that you had experience with some Indian movies and creating some dances in this field. So, okay, so tell us some story, please, like most funny happening or some funny story from the stage performances or from your teaching or from something like funny story, you and your dance and some performance.
Okay. Uh, it's really hard question because each performance is different and there is always some funny story. But maybe just what came to my mind now, it's my first trip in India where I just started learning Kathak, and my that time Guruji was very very strict. He didn't speak any English, so he spoke Hindi to me, and I've learned very little Hindi before going there. And yeah, so it was a big challenge for me. And he was very very strict, and he didn't. I was there 2 months, and he didn't allow me to go anywhere else. I had to come every day and practice from morning till evening, and I had, as it was my first India trip, I had a huge list of things what to buy, for family, for yogis, sari, Punjabi, Kailash, this and that. So I told him, Guruji, I have to go for shopping. He was like, no, no, practice, practice. So then I had to escape. So I went with his son and daughter, and we went to one bazaar on Sunday. And you know how it's in Indian bazaar, it's so crowded and you cannot finish your job in 1 hour. So full time we spent there. Then I come back in the evening, and I come to him and I say, sorry Guruji, but I had to go for shopping, and what time I should come tomorrow? This was his answer.
Very expressive, indeed. Very expressive.
Offended. He didn't talk to me. I was like, sorry, Guruji, what time I should come? Not talk to me. So I was so sad, I didn't know what to do. But I went home, did my futsuk, everything, bandham. Came the second day in the morning, hello, good morning. Still not talking to me at all. So I was like, oh my God, what should I do?
Never become good again with your teacher.
So then I started practicing. I practiced the full day, and then by the end of the day, he was pleased, and then he started talking to me. So,
finally. Otherwise, it would have gone in a different way with your dancing, maybe, if that would not come right. Thank you so much. We are going to watch a beautiful performance now. What can you tell us something about it?
Yes, so that performance is a part of a very long live music concert which I have done in India as my graduation in Kathak. It's called Ranga Pravesha, and it was with live music with a set of amazing musicians. One of them is our dear brother Shaktidhar on playing on flute, and few others. And so the piece which we are going to see, it's an ending piece. It's a tarana. And usually taranas are just pure technical pieces without much of the story behind. But this time, it's a choreography by my teacher, Nirupama Rajendra, and she has given a theme, it's called the Pratiksha Tarana, waiting and dressing up myself and surrounding. In that case was to wait for a naika. In Indian literature is like a beloved. But I would dedicate this tarana as me waiting for normal life to come back and to have the live shows again.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kinga. Thank you for being here with us. And we're going to watch your performance now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jai Shri Mataji.